Good evening, folks in Oklahoma. Welcome to tonight's virtual college fair, sponsored by the Oklahoma College Recruitment Association and powered here by StriveScan. My name is Earl, and I am the StriveScan facilitator tonight. And joining me this evening is Oral Roberts University, John Brown University, Southern Arkansas University, and Carl Albert State University. And you will be hearing from them momentarily. A few things as I just switch over to my screen share slide. Excellent. So each college will have 6 minutes to present their institution to you. The Q&A function within the actual Zoom toolbar is live. You can pose questions that you might have to the panelists through the Q&A. Your mic and your video is off, so the panelists cannot see you. If you're interested, there are more virtual college fair sessions throughout this evening. I would just encourage you to check out the schedule and link into those. And this particular recording, this particular session will be recorded and will be available online at the link that you registered for this particular college fair. So, all right, so I am going to turn it over to our first presenter, Caleb from Oral Roberts. You can take it away. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to share my screen here. I hate that Zoom is now normal for all of us, so I wish we could be in person and meeting together, but we'll make do for what we have. My name is Caleb Both, and I am from Oral Roberts University. I'm excited to be here today to just kind of share with you a little bit more about our school. I'm going to be moving relatively fast, so you can go back to the recordings, hopefully, and see some of the information. ORU has about 4,000 students on our campus, over 800 online, and we offer about 75 different programs for our undergrad students. Everything from pre-med to engineering to nursing, pre-law, all of that. And we have graduate programs as well as doctoral programs. It's really something we take pride in. We have over 115 countries represented on our campus. So we truly are a global university when it comes to students represented from all over the world. We have students from all 50 states as well. So someone from somewhere is represented on our campus. 99.4% of our grads are either employed or in grad school within 6 months after graduation. This is a huge statistic for us that our grads are actually being placed where they are hoping to be in their occupations or grad schools. Forbes this past year just listed ORU as one of the top colleges in America. We have US News and World Report that listed ORU as one of the best value universities in the country. Wall Street Journal recently 4th in the nation amongst all universities in student engagement, meaning our students engaging with faculty and staff on campus. That was 4th out of all the universities in the country. Travel Channel voted our campus as one of the most stunning colleges, and we actually placed #1 in Oklahoma. So it was really exciting for us to be a campus that people enjoy to visit and be a part of. That was cool for us here. Princeton Review named ORU the best in the West this past year. Niche.com gave ORU an A+ rating for campus safety. So safety is probably important to a lot of students and their families, and so seeing that we pass with flying colors is sometimes an important item for students. ORU ranked in the top 100 best online colleges. So think of all the colleges that are out there for online programs. Being top 100 was cool for us, and then the only Oklahoma school even to make that list. One of the top 5 healthy universities by the Daily Beast. So we talk about a mind, body, spirit education. All of our students engage in physical activities, HPE courses that they choose each semester. So it can be bowling, horseback riding, scuba diving. Our students are engaged in a healthy lifestyle, something really cool and unique. Huffington Post named us one of the friendliest universities in the country. You'll see that if you visit campus, that our students and staff genuinely are friendly and nice people, and we hope you can visit to experience that. We have 16 NCAA Division I men's and women's varsity athletics. So you can attend a basketball game in our Mabee Center Arena or a baseball game in our Hamel Stadium. And there's many opportunities for students to even engage in the varsity athletics if they're not playing. 435 of our students go on mission trips overseas, 45 teams, 32 different countries. So just for how we attract 115 countries, we go out and we serve in these other countries as well. We just launched our Global Learning Center recently. It's a 54,000 square foot innovative learning center. Okay, so it's got virtual reality, augmented reality, IMAX rooms for our students, and it really, really ups the educational process for our students because they're engaging in this sort of learning process. We just opened our One Oak Sports Complex recently, debt-free. It's an Olympic-sized training facility with tennis courts in the back and a full indoor training facility for our athletes here. Brand new apartment-style dorms. So we just got voted the #1 dorms in Oklahoma, apartment style. Here was the ribbon cutting here last year. It's very exciting. Pictures here. The top picture is the bedroom. It's got 2 beds, one in a cubby and one in a lower cubby. Full kitchen. Living room area comes with refrigerator, microwave, oven, all of the fun amenities. 2 bathrooms in there as well. Brand new sports complex. This is for our intramural sports, so rugby, football, ultimate frisbee, soccer. All of this can be accessed with our students. Brand new nursing and engineering complex. So this is where our nursing labs are. Engineering students reside. We just opened the Stovall Center for Entrepreneurship. So this is where our entrepreneurs come together and they're able to pitch ideas to real investors and get money for their ideas. Scholarships, okay? If somebody wants to screenshot this, this is how students are getting scholarships. quest.oru.edu. We want to know who you are beneath the surface of your academics. It means more to us who you are as a whole person than just what you can do academically. So please visit that website. ORU is a culture of purpose, an atmosphere of faith, and academic excellence. People come here on purpose, and you'll see that when you visit our campus. Hope you get to experience that here soon. If you're visiting in-person campuses, we'd love to have you. Next steps, submit your application, send in your credentials, come to one of our events. We would love to have you on campus to visit and see what ORU is all about. As always, stay connected here. Here's information on how to email us and contact us via phone. We hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for enjoying this time coming, and we hope to see you here soon.
Great, Caleb. Thank you so much. Next up is Samantha from John Brown University. Samantha, off you go.
Okay. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Samantha, and as he already said, I am with John Brown University. We are a private interdenominational Christian university in Northwest Arkansas. We're about an hour and 15 minutes from the Tulsa area and about 3 hours from Oklahoma City. And I want to just talk with you today about our educational philosophy, which is Head, Heart, Hand. And for us, that really represents a holistic education. Our founder was very passionate about educating students and not just giving them book knowledge, but also helping them be prepared to be successful after they graduated. So let me unpack what that means. Head, of course, is kind of what we all think of when we think of college education. You want to, of course, learn about the field that you're studying and the greater world and how that fits into that. At JBU, our professors are really hands-on. They get to know you personally as a student. Our student to faculty ratio this year is about 13:1. And the average class size is about 20 to 25 students. So that gives your professors a lot of ability and space to get to know you because you're not one of just like 100 people in a seminar room. We have over 50 majors and 50 minors. So if you want to study it, there's a good chance that you can study it at JBU. And then some other offerings that we have are 4+1 programs. And these are actually where you can get a master's degree in 5 years. along with your bachelor's degree. So usually a master's degree takes 2 additional years. So this would save you 1 year. And of course that saves you money as well. Some of our top majors, these are actually the top 5 by number, but the last 3 are tied for student enrollment. So that's why there's more than 5. You can see nursing is our largest major, then psychology, kinesiology, engineering, biology, and a lot of students that do biology are in our pre-med program, family and human services, and graphic design. And then we also have a few new majors that launched this year and last year. So that would be computer science, criminal justice, cybersecurity, data analytics, and special effects. So the next part of Head, Heart, Hand is Heart. And I already mentioned we are an interdenominational Christian university. So we do not represent any one denomination. And in fact, in chapel services, you will see influences from lots of different denominations. And I think that's really enriching, especially as a believer. It's just a good picture of the diversity and the beauty found in the body of Christ. We also have student ministries that students can be a part of, whether it's you being poured into, you've joined a small group Bible study, or you going out into the community and serving in some way. Whether mentoring and tutoring at-risk youth or spending time with refugees here in Northwest Arkansas. There's a lot of ways to plug in. And then there's also lots of fun things as well, because regardless of the school you end up at, most of your time is going to be spent outside of the classroom. And so it's really important to JBU that you are having a lot of opportunities to make your lifelong friends. So we have intramural sports. We of course have university athletics. We are NAIA Division I and members of the SAC. There are lots of clubs that you can join, and then our residence life is a big part of the community that you'd make at JBU. And then the last part, hand, I feel like this kind of is where JBU sticks out maybe compared to a lot of other schools, because we really emphasize hands-on learning. It's pretty rare that you're going to be in a class and you just sit and listen to the professor speak the whole time. Instead, you're going to be up and doing things with your hands. You are going to be talking with other students, working on group projects, things like that. Almost every major requires an internship, but even if your major happens to be the one that doesn't require it, it's still very much encouraged. And we have a lot of big companies in Northwest Arkansas, about 30 minutes from our campus. So Walmart's corporate headquarters are about 30 minutes from us, and they require all of their suppliers to have company offices in Northwest Arkansas as well. So it's pretty common for our students in a variety of disciplines to have internships with those companies, which of course looks awesome on a resume, but also it leads to networking and job offers for many of our students. And then if you want to dig deeper in something, maybe you're not actually studying it or you are studying it and you love it, there are a lot of student-led clubs. There's a club for each academic major. So kind of next steps. If you are a senior, I just want you to know that we do have a test optional admissions process this year. And that is because we know that COVID has impacted a lot of students' abilities to take ACT and SAT. And so instead of looking at those plus your GPA, which would be that bottom chart there, we would just look at your high school GPA along with a couple of other supporting documents. And we would use your high school GPA, that top chart there, to give you an academic scholarship. So in terms of next steps, if you are a senior, we would love for you to apply. You can use the code FREE to waive that application fee. If you are a senior or any other grade, we'd love for you to come visit. We are having in-person visits as well as virtual visits, and there's just a lot of different options there. So you can check us out, jbu.edu/visit, and you can see my contact info there. I am the admissions counselor that works with students from Oklahoma. So I'd love to answer any questions that you have.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Samantha. All right. Next up is Whitney from Southern Arkansas University. So Whitney, you can go ahead and take it away. I think you're not unmuted, Whitney.
There we go. How about that? I'll be the first one that starts that off. Is that better?
Perfect.
Alrighty, so thank you for having me this evening. Again, my name is Whitney Hall. I represent Southern Arkansas University, home of the Mule Riders. I've been in this field for about 10 years now. I've served in the capacity of scholarship director and everything, but I live and work out of the Texarkana area, which is the southernmost point over there in the Oklahoma area of east area. So that's kind of where I'm at. So a little bit about Southern Arkansas University. We are located in Magnolia, Arkansas. The town has about 13,000 people, but our campus size, we have over 1,400 acres. We're actually the second largest campus in the state of Arkansas, next to Fayetteville. So we have a lot of opportunities for our students from over 40 states and over 39 countries represented, but we generally have a smaller class size. Even with 4,500 students, we generally have a 16-to-1 student-teacher ratio. I had some as low as 7 my senior year. The most you might have might be 40 in some of your prerequisite courses. But we offer a lot of different variety. We have 5 distinct colleges on our campus, with one of them being a graduate school. And of course, we're going to go through each of those. Do know that on our campus, we have a very caring culture. So we have an open door policy. You can literally knock on our door and you can come right on in without an appointment. So we're definitely that opportunity for you to find yourself, find your niche in the same aspect. When you're looking at different degree plan options, you can see more than 80 different ones that we provide for our students. A lot of these generated through over time are some that we're known for. In the top right, we are known specifically for business and agriculture. However, some really strong ones for us are computer game animation design, not only from the art, but as well as from the computer science aspect, marine biology, pre-health, nursing. That's a really big one for us. We actually received the highest placement scores out of all the public colleges in the state of Arkansas at a 97% pass rate over COVID in the spring. Another thing to consider is our musical theater. We're the only one in the state of Arkansas to have something like that. Plus, we're also the only one south of Little Rock to offer multiple bachelor's degrees in engineering. So if you have any specific questions about a particular major, shoot me a question. I'll be happy to help you out. Bottom right corner, you can actually see some of our newer programs we've introduced this year as well. How to become a mule rider? Well, first and foremost, it is entirely free to apply. Take full advantage of any of those schools that don't charge you to be interested in applying for their institution. 2021 graduates, we are actually going to be waiving the ACT and SAT scores, primarily due to COVID. So we're going to turn and look to your GPA. The bare minimum that you need on a 4.0 scale is a 2.3 to be entered for conditional basis to our institution. Of course, we're going to need to see those ACT or SAT scores, primarily for placement purposes and scholarship. But other than that, the free application, immunization record, and your transcript is all we're going to need from this graduating class. You'll generally find out within about 2 weeks or so if you got accepted or not, just mostly because things are coming a little slower these days from the backside mail out, but we will send you an official letter in the mail of your acceptance. The next thing you need to consider is the numbers and cents. So the scholarships, how are we going to pay for this? Your tuition, everything. At the bottom left corner, you're actually going to see that undergraduate out-of-state tuition. We're going to waive that for you guys. Because of you being a resident, a U.S. resident of a bordering state of Arkansas, as long as you live on our campus, you do not have to pay out-of-state tuition. So you'll only have to pay $3,210 for your tuition, which is super affordable for an out-of-state institution. I always like to say we're close enough but far enough. So to be able to kind of have best of both worlds, this is a great opportunity for our students. Our institutional scholarship deadline is a priority deadline of March 1st. So do know, if you look at that bolded portion at the top, we are now super scoring our test scores for awarding purposes as of this past week. So this is fresh off the press. We're also incorporating a GPA. So you'll see several different tiered scholarships to the left right there. You can also see some of our private endowed scholarship opportunities mentioned if you go to saufoundation.org too. So any questions about scholarships, just shoot me a text or send me an email or a question right there in that polling area. Again, when you live on our campus, you receive that in-state tuition. So university housing, we house according to interest. So we have anything from if you want to live with your best friend or someone within a major or a total stranger, entirely up to you. But we have several different types of housing styles for you. We do house co-ed, but we do have one all-boy hall and one all-girl hall. We have suite style, community style, more traditional, a hybrid feel. We even have apartments on campus as for older students as well as those that get married or start a family while they're in school. You will be required to do a $100 deposit to reserve your spot on campus. We really are excited when we root for our mule riders. Again, we're one of the most unique mascots around. We're the only one in the world called a mule rider. So it's always really exciting when we have football games, volleyball, all sorts, but we're part of the NCAA Division II Great American Conference. So we actually play a lot of Arkansas and Oklahoma schools. You'll also see some intramural sports, some club activities. These are things that are really big right now on our campus: esports, trap shooting, fishing, disc golf. All these different ones, scholarship opportunities are available to stack with those academic ones. Student activities, yes, what they had echoed earlier, a lot of your time is going to be outside the classroom, so you want to get involved. We have more than 100 different organizations to pick from. You can see a list there. If you see something or you're wanting something that's not on that list, that's okay. You and 7 other people can actually create a club on our campus. So get really involved by being outside the classroom, and whether it be departmental, anything like that. Of course, we've got lots of great things on our campus to eat if you want to do like Panda Express, Chick-fil-A, all of that. So feel free to stop by our campus if you have any questions. We are doing campus tours Monday through Friday as well as preview days. So I hope to talk with you soon, and thank you again. My name is Whitney Hall with SAU.
Whitney, great. Thanks so much. Okay, so to close out this session, we have Hunter, and Hunter is going to talk about and give us information about Carl Albert State University, Carl Albert State College. I'm sorry about that, Hunter. So Hunter, off you go.
Hey everybody, my name is Hunter Sizemore. I work for Carl Albert State College. We're a 2-year college located just about 20 minutes from Fort Smith on the Oklahoma side of things. We're in Poto. So our mascot is Vike Albert. We're the Vikings. You can see the colors there. We have campuses in both Poto, Salsaw, and online. And with COVID and all that stuff, we've actually started bumping up a lot more offerings on our online side of things, and we're doing some more Zoom classes through our Viking Flex program. So we're trying to give everyone a chance to still attend even through COVID and all that stuff. So we're ranked the #1 community college in Oklahoma by bestcolleges.com, and that's been for 3 years in a row. And 79% of our students graduate without student loan debt. Oh, there we go. And so this is our mission statement right here, is to provide affordable, accessible, and an exceptional education that fosters student success. There's 3 words in there that I really like to emphasize. #1 is affordable. We do have the most affordable tuition in the state of Oklahoma. We've had that for years now, and we're trying to keep it low. That way we continue to offer everyone an opportunity to be able to get their college degree. #2 would be accessible. We do that in 2 ways. #1, we are a 100% acceptance college. That means it doesn't matter what you make on your ACT. We just need you to take one. We can get you in. We can do some remediation classes. We can also do some alternative testing and things like that to try and get you to the classes that you need to take. And we also are accessible, as I stated earlier, through our online options. We're really working to grow those for anyone who's interested, and our Zoom options that we're starting to come out with. The next one would be exceptional. And our education is exceptional because we participate in what's called statewide articulation. As a 2-year school, there's a big stipulation going around, and people feel like our classes don't transfer. They're not worth the same as a 4-year school. And that's just not the case. Every year we have to review each class that we offer, and we get with the 4 years. They tell us, hey, we need to add this to make it transferable, and we try and get that done. All the 2 years are the same. We want to make sure that you guys can get the classes you need, save as much money as possible, and get onto that 4 years so you can get your bachelor's degree. So the degrees and certificates that we offer, like I said, we're a 2-year college, so we offer associate's degrees. There's 3 different kinds of associate's degrees you can get. The first 2 are Associate of Arts and Associate of Science. Those degrees are what we call transfer degrees. That's for someone who wants to go into a 4-year after they get like their basics and things like that done. They're planning on going to a 4-year to get that bachelor's degree. The third type is called an Associate of Applied Science. And those are students who are trying to get their degree and they're trying to go straight to work. So examples of that would be like our nursing program or our PTA program. Nursing is very competitive. We take around 40 students every year, and we'll have around 200 who apply for it every year. So it's pretty competitive. But once you get in, it is exactly 2 years to get your RN, and then you can go straight to work. Same way with our PTA program, our physical therapist assistant. It's very competitive to get in, but once you do get into the program, it is 2 years before you are ready to go straight to work. Another fun one that we've added in the past few years is called occupational health and safety. And basically what that amounts to is once you graduate with that degree plan, you will be OSHA certified, which means once again, you can go straight to work and you can start making money after 2 years, which is awesome. So our residential housing on campus, it's a little different than some freshman dorms. It is a one big kind of living arrangement, big living area where you'll share with one other person. You'll have a big walk-in closet that you'll share with that person. And then you guys will share a bathroom. You don't have to worry about sharing a bathroom with the floor or anything like that. It's just that one other person. That price down there for the semi-private, that is for your housing and your meal plan. And that is for one semester. So the housing part of things is actually $800 and the meal plan is $1,200. So for an extra $800, you could basically buy that other bed space and you can make that room completely your own. You could move in all the furniture you want to, live by yourself, which we have a lot of students who'll go that route too, just because it is only an extra $800 and they don't have to worry about it. They can kind of make it a little apartment kind of deal and they enjoy that. Next up is campus activities. Everybody's talked about it a lot so far. You know, learning is only part of the college experience. So we always try and keep our students busy doing different things. We'll do like bowling nights. I'm actually working on a bonfire for the students right now. We're trying to get that going. And then we'll just try and bring different things on campus. It's been pretty tough with COVID right now, but we're trying to do our best to make sure everybody's having a good time and enjoying their time here at Carl Albert. Next is athletics. So we offer baseball, softball, cross country, and esports at this time. Our esports program is new. We've had it for the past couple years now. And we are through the NJCAA. So we actually have national tournaments and national championships and things like that. So that's very exciting. All of our esports students are on scholarships as well as all of our other athletes. So this is the most important part about a two-year school. What we do is we save you money and we offer you the exact same classes. You can't beat the 4-year. I did it. I was actually went to NSU. Shout out to them. I don't think they're on here. But so I started off at Carl Albert. I went to NSU and I saved so much money doing it. This number here on the left, that is what it would cost for 15 hours, which is one semester, your standard semester for the most part. That is our tuition and fees put together right there, right at $1,900. You can compare that to the right side. This is just kind of it's specifically Oklahoma schools because we got it straight off the Oklahoma Regents for Higher Education's website. So that is the cost, an average of the cost of regional universities for the same exact classes that you could take at a 2-year for that much less. This number down below that, that is for an extra $200. You could take an entire year at Carl Albert versus one semester at the 4-year school. So that's the biggest draw to 2-year schools as we help people save money. I see the facilitator. I think I might be in trouble. I'll have to skip through a little bit. One thing I want to talk about real quick is the Scholars Program. If you get into the Scholars Program, you have to have a 21 ACT, a 3.0 high school GPA, and there's an interview process. But if you get in, we pay for all your housing, 16 hours of tuition, and part of your meal plan. It's a great scholarship. Right here, if you'll check out our website, you can see anything else you need to see. All right, thank you, guys.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Hunter. And thank you everyone on the other side for joining us this evening. I've got a couple just closing comments and remarks for us here. All right, so when you click out of this Zoom, you will actually be given a quick 4-question survey that we ask you to provide some feedback to StriveScan so that we can make this service better for you. Again, there are other sessions going on throughout the rest of the evening that I encourage you to sign up for. And then finally, this session was recorded, and the recording of this session will be available at the link where you signed up for tonight's program. Folks, thank you. Thank you to Oral Roberts, to John Brown University, to Southern Arkansas University, and to Carl Albert State College for presenting tonight. We hope you guys have a great evening. And thank you again. Bye-bye.